Okay, so since I hit the wrong button, I was trying to hit the volume button because somebody was texting me, and I didn't want you guys to hear it going ding, 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 ding in between all my talking. We all know how annoying that can be. Next time I'm going live. And that's it. It'll probably be a smaller mandala. Actually, this one is turning out very, very nicely. I hope your mandalas are coming out good. I want you to show and tell on ikandiclay or on the Slightly Unbalanced art fan page on Facebook, or drop me a line and let me know what your page is, and I'll go like your page. I'm also on Instagram. Anyways, we're at the final stages before we do the one cook. I'm only doing one cook on this, so it's looking pretty good, but I did come across a problem, so I'll show you my problem, and then I'm gonna pause it and realign everything. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so this is my problem. I need one more slice and one more circle right here, but I don't have room here. So I can either pick these up and move these as close as I can to one another all the way around, because I haven't really pushed them down all the way, or I can space them out a little bit more in between. I like this pattern from butt to butt. I don't necessarily, that one doesn't groove me, so I can space them out. Maybe I can put a bigger circle down. I mean, I can try putting these down up there. That would bring this into here, up here, in between them. That might work. So I might have enough room, you know, to... No, I think I want something smaller. I'm sorry. I was actually going to use these little flowers, and that would probably give me a lot more room, and that would tie these little flowers in with these flowers out here. So let me try that, and I'll get back to you, and you'll see the final row there. Okay, so this is what I came up with. I really like it. The problem is now I'm at a standstill, and I have to get up and walk away, because that's what I do. I get up and I walk away, I take a break, stretch my legs, come back and see what I want to fill in here. I might not want to fill anything, but I do have, you know, I have texture out here, but I have nothing in between here. I want to put something above the heart, but I'm not quite sure what I want to put up there. The texture, I can leave that, it's fine, but I want to fill in between here and here, and possibly put something in between to tie those together. I mean, I don't know. I don't have enough of this to, you know, make a drop, a teardrop type, having it come down like this. I don't have enough of those to do that with, so I might have to do it with a different cane, you know, maybe do it with these leaves, which I haven't used yet, because these ones are pretty big. And where's that element that I had? Here it is. Here's that element. So I'm going to take a break because I think these are too dark. I might have to look and see what else I got. So I'm going to take a break. Okay, I'm back, and I am putting the stoplight, or is it a domino? I'm not sure if it's a domino or a stoplight. I just know that I like it. Just double checking to make sure I'm actually recording. That'd be terrible if I wasn't. Oh, there's a splotch. Get out of here. Purple up. Sometimes you just want to make sure you're consistent. Sometimes consistency doesn't really matter. Nobody really cares. They're not going to notice it. Only you will notice it, because you are the eye of that beholder. You are the eye of that artwork. So here I created an element for above the heart, and I really like it. I think it's really cute. it definitely adorns the heart a little bit more. Come off of my finger so I can push you down. And I'm just going to place half of the circle at the edge there with the leaves, and I think it looks really, really nice. Still have some holes to fill in. I don't know if I'm going to fill in all the texture, but I'd like to maybe put some other texture in there if I can get it in there. The problem is it's best probably to do all your texture beforehand. That way you don't have to worry about it. The only thing you have to worry about is it getting flattened out in the process. But this is looking extremely lovely. It's okay to have some blank space. My sister always says less is more. Less is more, more is less. Oh, I have an extra one. Heart, 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 heart. Okay. So I have one left over. And I don't really like this one the best, because it was, I'm going to peel that up, put that on the side, and put this fresh new one in its place. There. I like that better. So also, I mean, I cut these ones, and I'm not quite sure where to put them because they're square. I mean, they look like a little curtain, you know, so maybe I'll just put them right next to here, and this kind of holds everything, holds it all the borders closed up. It kind of holds it all. Then I can, if I have to, I can move these over a little bit. So I probably should have put these down first. Then I can move this, rock it up, rock it up, rock it up. That's before I actually take and push it down hard. Ooh, felt like I got bit by something. Is there a mosquito in the house? So it don't necessarily go, but it doesn't necessarily not go, you know? So I'm just gonna put these in here instead of using the blue dot. I think these have all the colors that everything else has. Nice little addition. It's just something for the eye to look at also, you know. These mandalas, they can get pretty busy, but I'm here to tell you that it is pretty. It's very pretty. I am enjoying this immensely. I'm liking the way it's turning out. You can take and push the sides down of the little square pieces. Maybe they'll fit better. It's that time of the day where my nose starts to run due to allergies and having the window open. Allergies have been pretty bad this year. We haven't gotten rain in probably about 3.5, almost 4 weeks. Since we had that hot spell, we really haven't had much rain. I am babbling, but you know what? It's par for the course. Since you can't see me and I don't have any music in the background for you to listen to, if you need to speed it up, go for it. Maybe that will take my voice away. I don't know. Oh, look at the spacing on this. Is terrible. But I don't know if I can move this one over. Even just a little bit would help. That's why I don't like to press everything down till the end. So I have some extras, at least one extra of that I can use. The flower is savable, but the leaf was not savable. Let's pick this one up and move it over. There, now I can get a little purple one in here. I'm just going to press it. And if they overlap, that's okay too. Like I said, the only person that's going to know is you. Like this one here. I'm going to know. Now you're going to know that that one is overlapping. And this one might be a little bit too. Take your tool and smush it in there. Help it to sit in there right. A few more to go. See, now I have all these hearts left over, and I'm not going to know what to do with them. I'll probably make another mandala because they're so big, and there's, you know, you can do so much with them. I could put yellow flowers on top of it. There, all done. Okay, so I filled that in there, but I still have space in between here. I do have the black and white flower here. I wonder what it would look like with this like next to it. Let's see. We have a few of these here. I like to use thick ones so that I can actually get them up. Because sometimes they're just too hard to pick up. But the thicker they are, the better they are. So that would cover that space. I don't think I like that though. I mean, I could put them up there, but I don't really like that either. Because I was looking at, we could just do something like that and place these in the empty space. Or you can just use regular old clay. Let's see, I have some watermelons left. Ooh, we could place the watermelon right on top of here. But it hangs over. Okay, we could, I've already pushed these down, so I don't want to try and bring them back up. Or I could have put watermelon underneath these leaves. That would have looked pretty interesting. But there's nothing to say that you couldn't, you know, stick something in between there. I do have a lot of these little leaves left. I could just stick one on each side. Sometimes they look very Egyptian-like. That works. We'll go this way first. That works. I'm happy with that. Kind of fills in the space a little bit more. And when I go around, I'll just push them down. Yeah, that kind of fills in the space that I was wanting to fill. And then I'll probably take another one of my leather stamping tools and stamp a little stamp for you. So when you're done cooking it, let it cool down for a long time. Just let it cool down. I have a spatula, a really sharp, flat spatula, a metal one that I use to help me take it off. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. How's that look? That looks pretty good. So I'm not going to burnish it, but I am going to do one of these things. Just remember what corner you started on. I started on that corner. This helps adhere your pieces so that it's like in case it's flipped up, you can't stick your fingernail underneath there. So this is going to kind of glue it all down. See, I noticed the orange spot. What's that? Where'd that come from? That's a piece of something else. See, like this is dirty. I hate when the surfaces get dirty. Sometimes I just scratch them off. Especially if it's like a piece of fur and you're like, oh man, there's a piece of fur in there. Jeez Louise, get the cat out of here. Get the dog out of here. Alright, so I still have room. I'm going to hold it up at myself. And I'm going to squint and I'm going to look at it and I'm going to say, wow, that really looks pretty. That's really pretty. I don't know if I want to fill in that space because I kind of like it open like that. I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, you could fill it up more. You could put other circles in it. You can add more leaves. I could add, you know, more leaves to this right here. I don't know if I want to. You know, I didn't use these leaves. So, you know, I don't know what you could balance them on. I guess you could turn them and balance them on the domino. But I don't think I like that. I mean, the other thing is I mean, you want it in, you know, I would want it in an empty space. I mean, if anything, I would balance it on top of that leaf. But you know what? I don't. Now, if I took one leaf, I could have taken the one leaf and put it in here. But I think it's too big. So I think I'm done. I'm going to take my leather stamping tools. See, I've got this big one here and I'm just going to go in between. I'm going to stamp. I mean, I could stamp in between all the leaves here. That's kind of cool. That just adds another element of texture. See, that looks good. It gives it a little added dimension, little added detail. It's like I always start doing something and it's like, oh, I better make sure they're even. At least they're in between, because sometimes I would screw up that, put it on either side and it didn't show up in between, because sometimes you just want to get it done, right? And you end up screwing up the division of things. And it's like, great. Now it's all messed up and I got to add ones in between everything. But this one worked out well. So this one's a little off-centered, but I'm not worried about it. That looks good. Now I could take the little one. Can I take the little one and do something with the little one? I mean, I could go in between here, right in the middle there. But this is not the same as this. or here either. Here it is, fine, it's big enough, not big enough, not big enough, not big enough. So I'm probably not going to use this one. I do have this one, which I love these ones, where they just make tubes. They're very cool. I like the little one. I love pushing it into the clay. Pushing it into the clay is fun. You know, I could texture on top of the heart. I could texture right in the middle here of this circle here. That might be interesting. Let's take one of these samples. One that I just smushed and see how it would look. Okay, well that's the little one. Now take the big one. Really can't tell. I mean, there is a difference, but it's just another added texture. So with that, I'm going to call this done. I'm going to cook it at 275 for at least an hour. And when it comes out, I will have a picture of it on the ikandiclay Facebook fan page. Again, ikandiclay, ikandiclay. And that's where you can find links to these videos also. Remember, the Slightly Unbalanced Stacy signing off. Take care.